Test. We're live.
The mic's hot.
Mic's hot,
I
baby.
like this. I like the spin.
It looks cool. You look legit.
I am
Because they do
legit.
that on legit
And then they
podcasts.
just spin it out when they're getting in and out of the seat.
So that's the one thing I wish we had. I love this mobile setup that we got because we can meet up anywhere.
Yeah.
But I do wish we had a one setup done.
True.
We could just
So
jump
we don't have to
in
do it
and-
every
and
time?
do it, but I do love the setup.
Well, I mean, it did deter us today. I don't even know if we're into it yet, but the rain threw us for a loop.
Yeah.
Today.
So all right, quick backstory. So what we got? Episode 32.
Mm-hmm.
Quick backstory to get to this recording. So we were starting outside and it started downpouring.
Yeah.
First off, it's 6 p.m. I was thinking about this when we were driving over. I feel so bad because 6 p.m. everyone's off work. You got about that hour window. We were getting ready for people that are running or doing something outside.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so bad for them.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just getting absolutely poured on,
Drenched.
ruining their workout.
So,
But
fast forward, we start to set up. Ant looks at me, he goes, downpouring, just coming off the roof. 10. Think they're going to hear that? Brother, they heard the AC three episodes ago on the first
on
nine.
the first kick, yeah. The
They're gonna hear the rain.
last two, it was perfect, but yeah, that was.
So we found a parking garage.
We all have dumb moments.
That's right. No, that was funny. I thought it was funny. I didn't say it was dumb.
Were you laughing with me or at me?
I'm always laughing with you,
That's my guy.
but it might be at your expense.
Fair.
Yeah,
But we're good. Now we're in a little parking garage.
that's it. Just a little guy.
Little guy opening, so everyone's not worried about our health.
Yeah.
I
You were stressing about that.
a little bit because
Yeah.
that's like something that you hear as a kid that you never lose track of. So, and I said this to Carson because we're gonna originally go to a parking garage at my apartment complex, but I was like, dude, wait, isn't there a thing where you can't stay in a car that's on for like too long in a car or in a parking garage, and that way it's like.
Dude, like carbon
It has
monoxide.
to be like completely closed in.
I think so. What am I?
Yeah. But so we got a spot.
Either way,
It's a
we're
little
good.
Open up.
We're
don't
alive.
matter. Episode 33. We're gonna jump right into it.
2.
32 and 33 is the next one.
Right.
Right. 32.
And then comes
33.
Yeah.
I wanted to open up with this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I know we touched plenty on the race, the Seattle 10 miler.
Yeah.
But I do have a reason that I want to bring this up again. Because a lot of our listeners, by the way, 60% female now. Shout out the ladies. We love you. Thank you for listening.
I made a joke the other day. I'll make it again. It's 90% females when you wear shorts.
Let's go. I am showing. I think I need the camera to move up a little bit.
Fix it in post. We'll fix it in post.
All right, well, then we're at 90% now.
Yeah, we
Let's
are.
go.
Here we are.
But so I know a lot of our listeners are getting into running, thinking about events, all that kind of stuff, because we hear from people talking to us. So I just want to get your quick thoughts on your first race. It was a small race, but dude, how freaking awesome are the race day vibes?
It was really cool.
And this was different because it was 6 p.m., but you still got the idea with the amount of people there and all that. Like, give me your takeaway on that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I felt great in the moment. And, dude, like 10 miles, I think if you could do a percentage, like, off adrenaline, like, I might have did 75% of the run, like, off adrenaline.
Yeah.
There was just people lining not only the entire beach, but the promenade, too. So, like, dude, you get caught people watching, like, people were cheering the runners around you. So, like, I had popular runners around me, so people were cheering the runners around me. But just constant fans all the way throughout the whole entire race were feeding me the whole time. And that was the first time I ever had that. So, like, I never really, like, it was really cool. I never got into, like, deep spaces that we'll probably touch on, but I was riding a high the entire time. And I don't know if that was my first race kind of thing where it was like, what the hell is going on? But I was riding that wave.
It was. I
No pun
remember-
intended, because it's the beach.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Mile 7 to 10 was all along the beach. So you were passing runners in the race, but then the crowds, dude.
Yeah.
So
It was great.
I don't know if you had. Did you have expectations of like what the, like
Nothing.
nothing?
Are you talking about crowd-wise?
Crowds. I'm talking about race day vibes specifically.
No, so I thought like the last, like the finish line was. I thought the last tenth of a mile, so like 9.9 and on, would be laced with fans. It never, stupid me, but like never occurred to me that like, oh, it's 6 o'clock, first weekend in August in the summer. Like people are chilling on the beach to begin with.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna see people. So like the entire 10 miles was covered
dude.
with people, and whether they were there to cheer on the race or not, they ended up cheering on the race because you were running right by them and their family vacation.
So
It was really cool.
because you
Bunch of kids handing out
yes,
water,
dude.
like it was so cool.
and having the absolute time of their life.
they were putting their hands out. I
They're-
gave every kid a high five.
Every kid, every
I
single
like-
one.
Because the people were ignoring them, like some people, and I get it. Like I'm not the fastest guy, but I do understand. Like we were kind of towards the top, so there's people that are motivated there to do real times, and I'm like, dude, these kids are having just
So much fun.
I high fived every single kid.
Yeah,
on
so
that
there
run.
was one little group of kids I remember. I forget what mile it was at. It was like one of the first ones. I don't know. They were getting hyper or something. I don't know what I had in me, but I was running by and I was like, "Let's go, let's go!"
It's
and
so
dude,
cool.
They went absolutely.
Yeah, it's so
nuts.
cool.
And that's like.
All they wanted was some acknowledgement.
By the way, right after I was like, "Oh, I should have
Yeah,
done
this
that.
is
I'm already
terrible.
at max
Yeah.
already. That was so stupid." But that's what I want to ask you because it's something that you can explain.
I didn't even think about it, honestly.
Yeah, right?
So, like, thank God I didn't. It would have surpassed all my expectations, but it was just, like I said, I rode that wave the entire time because I was expecting to be in a dark spot the entire time, but the vibes got me the whole way.
No matter how dark of a spot you're in, bro, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, it does.
Now, 10/20x that, bro, I can't wait till you experience the Boston Marathon. Like a major marathon, or even like Philly's big, but it's not a major marathon. Dude, these are insane. Like imagine, I was in Chicago last year for Nick's marathon. Dude, whole city shut down. So much so that in order to get across a road, if you want to get to the other side, you have to either go down in the subway or like if there's
Yeah.
a bridge over. Like that's how insane it is. Because you obviously can't cross the race path. Dude, it's the reason why I'm so addicted to these events. And it just happens to be endurance. But dude, it's that adrenaline. It's so cool. What it is, it's just a conglomerate of happy people. They're
Yeah.
all there doing hard things or supporting the person doing hard things or the people like that's why like random people are cheering you on because like they just respect. Like they're
Yeah.
like either they respect it because they're not in the position to do so or just like they know that you're going through a hard thing. Dude, it's so cool. It's so cool.
I'll follow up on this. If you're a person who's in shape and like not into running but debating like getting into running or like you're just kind of fit, go to one of these races and just
As a participant, spectator.
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
spectate. And I'll tell you why. You will be hooked, and it's not necessarily because like maybe it is the race day vibe or something like that. Two for two. I went to Broad Street last year
Oh yeah.
with you, and you would say that I probably picked up running after Broad Street.
What did I say to you before?
You said I think you're gonna get bit.
I said keep on scratching.
Yeah, keep on
You're gonna
scratching
get
that
the
itch. Yeah, and then we'll see if she follows through. But Lauren, immediately after that race, we were down the shore for our weekend. She couldn't stop talking about how she wants to get in
Bro,
running.
she was asking me. She asked me some questions.
Yeah.
At that time. No, when did I see her last? Whatever it was. She was asking me questions about like just getting in a mile and like how to do it. And I was explaining how like it's so people make it so complicated where look, the average running pace is going to be anywhere from a 10 to 15 minute per mile. So if you think about that, say it's 10 minutes, just doing intervals of like 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, or 2 and 2, like eventually you're going to get up to the 10 and then slowly get to a mile and then go from there.
Mhm.
But I think if someone, you're so right, dude. If
Yeah, if
someone
you're
wants
in
to get
shape
into
and you
running,
go, you're gonna get bit.
you're gonna get dude.
Especially with like someone you know, like you're cheering them on. It's definitely a vibe.
Also, sorry if you hear the beeping.
I knew that was driving you nuts. I was talking the one time and you were like,
Well, I just want to make sure. I don't think I'm popping out, but we're good.
oh no, I think you're fine.
But so yeah, absolutely. If you're thinking about it, but here's the other thing too is like you also when you're at the race and you probably did this, you're probably seeing people that are doing it, and then you start thinking like, oh, if they're doing it, I can do it too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a really good realization to have, there's a level of respect there too.
Yeah, not like quitting didn't come across my mind at all. I've talked to your brother like with the marathon. He's like, I think about quitting every single time.
Mile
and, like,
two for me.
Yeah, your mental gets through it. But like, I didn't think about quitting at all during the 10 miler. But like, that has to be something like you said, mile 2. I know they're not going for the pace you were, but like you got to look around and be like, all these people are doing it. I'm gonna be the one to quit. Like,
Yeah, that's why.
if
Right?
they can all run 10, I
Bro,
can't.
so,
It's
you
not
know-
the distance, I know.
Actually, I do want to get into this, and not specifically about this race. I just want to do this in general because we were talking about it before, and it was hilarious about self-talk.
Oh yeah.
So I do want to jump into that, but
I don't know if I can say a lot of my self-talk.
it's all right.
But
Me
we
neither.
can get into it.
I can't either.
Yeah.
But when I was throughout the entire thing, dude, you're so right. I was thinking, I need to keep going because I'm gonna pass Carson. I'm gonna pass Lane. I'm gonna pass my mom, my grandparents, all these people that know my goal and are watching me. That's why it's like, dude. Again, I can't emphasize a race day vibes.
Yeah, it is special. It was special.
Go
I'll
to
do
your local. Every city
I'm gonna do it
has
again.
a marathon or a half marathon. Just go watch and just get the idea of it, and it'll change.
I agree, 100%.
All right, wait. So let's jump into this real quick because we were dying right before as we were setting up the podcast set. We were talking about self-talk. I think we started talking about it because we were talking about the 10 miler. But
We were.
I was thinking about it today because, look, a lot of my workouts, they're very long duration. And then sometimes there's a lot of intense intervals within that. So, me being the psycho I am, I also don't listen to anything other than my mind. So I am talking to myself literally the entire time, whether that's an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. So I have a lot of self-talk. And sometimes it's good. Like sometimes I can zone out, especially during swimming. I'll zone out and just think about anything, the day of the work day, my training, like literally anything. Like you would just casually zone out.
Mhm.
But those times when you get
They
into
creep in.
when you get into there's a couple phrases for this. I like Courtney Dahlwater, who's a one of the best female ultra runners. She calls it the pain cave, which I love.
Yeah.
What else? Just what would you call the
Dark times or
dark
something?
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can we just preface, like, you run a lot, your brother runs a lot, like, people, no matter how good you are at anything fitness-wise, you think about quitting at some point. Or you think about cutting a run short, like, whether it's during training or during competition. There's never a time where you're like, oh, like, I don't need to do that extra mile, or like, my hip is like a little tweaked, not injured, just like a little sore, like I don't need to do that.
Mhm.
There's always something an excuse that always creeps in, no matter who you are.
I will say 80% of my workouts I want to quit.
Yeah, you
or
think
I don't
about
wanna
quitting.
do it.
You think about it,
100%.
like being like, I don't need to do it, or I don't need to finish.
The problem is what's skewing that number is swimming, because 100% of the swims I do,
you don't want to do
every time. Because dude, it's just like you're doing 50 plus laps in a pool, in a 25-yard pool, and going back and forth and back and forth.
So talk to me about some of your self-talk.
So I don't really know how. I don't know how to say, because there's two ways that people talk to themselves during these, right? For me personally, and I know this doesn't work for everyone, I am very hard on myself. I'm like, my self-talk, my inner person is like a Goggins type of style, where it's just yelling at me. It's telling me, dude, like, you're this far in, don't stop, keep going. There's some words I don't want to throw out here right now.
Can you bleep?
Yeah,
It's gonna
that's-
be so
yeah,
hard
that's
to
way
figure
too much
out.
editing. Let's
I
just
know.
not do it so I don't have to edit it.
Mm.
But it's words that are synonyms of don't be a wimp. What else did we say?
So mine, you know where mine stemmed
Female
from?
dog.
What's that?
I don't curse.
Yeah, I know.
Keep going.
Mine stemmed from actually early. Like you always give yourself like the rah rah speeches and kind of like, or at least I do. But I'll never forget. A couple months ago, I was like, yeah. It was when I first started to get into it, to running, and I wasn't training for anything specific, but I was setting like, I'm gonna do 3 miles today. I'm gonna do 4. So the one day I think I had like 3 or 4 miles, and I didn't finish. Like I wasn't feeling like, I forget what it was. I didn't have it that day.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't feel well. I did like 2.5, like, and then was like I was at my car and I was like, all right, cool, I'm good. So I was talking about it with your brother, and I was like, yeah, like I didn't have it yesterday. Like I set out to do 3, but I did 2.5, like all good. He's like, his exact word to me was like, I've never, he knew what he was doing. He was like, I've never cut a workout short ever. So now every time, I'm not even lying. He doesn't even know this. Every time, like I want to quit or like something, I'll just say, what are you, literally word for word, I will just blank it out, but everyone's gonna know what it is. What are you, an effing?
Yeah.
Maybe about 5 times.
So that's exactly what I was getting at.
There's some positivity too. Sometimes, like we talked about it before, if it's like a Sunday or it's after work, I'll be like, who else is like, not that you're better than anyone, but it's like you tell yourself that you're like, who else is doing this? Like,
There's
no
not
one
many
else is
people
doing
doing
this.
what I'm doing.
So you're hyping yourself up,
Yeah.
and there could be a cajillion people doing what you're doing, but it's just like that's what gets you through it.
Yeah.
That's about 25% of the time. The other 75 is don't be a effing.
So that's mine.
Comment what you think it is, or we don't want.
I mean, go for it. More
Comment
comments
what you
better.
think.
I didn't want to say, but that's exactly mine in repetition.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's like, dude, you got this far. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Now, obviously, it's harsh. Everyone has their own self-talk.
Their tics, yeah.
Bro, by the way, I also, if I'm in on my bike in my room, I'll say stuff out loud. Like
That's
my
nice.
self-talk is also.
I've done it out loud at the thing when no one's around.
When no
yeah.
one's around.
Yeah.
But my positivity, my positive self-talk comes after. Like I am very hard on myself, but I'm also even talk to myself out loud and be like, dude, way to like you're the
No,
man. Like way to work. Like
mine
good
does.
stuff.
What after the fact, I'll hit like a, like you call it like a fist bump moment.
Yeah, fist
but
bump moment.
I'll hit like a. If you ever see me at like Mondoc, people are gonna think it's such a hardo move. No, I won't smack. I'll just like, I won't like pound my chest. But like when I have like a mile left, I'll be like, you got it done, because
Yeah.
I know like at a mile I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I just have like a, whether it's a light mile or whatever, I can dog out a mile no matter what. So whenever there's a mile left, I'll give myself like a little. You're good.
I guess that's why well,
People think I'm running down Mondo.
yeah, right. Doing the
yeah, no, it's just like a love tap to myself.
Aw.
Yeah.
that'll get you going.
Yeah.
I do want to know. All right, if you are listening to this, I do want to know if you are a positive self-talk person or a negative. Because is it fair to say that when everyone goes through a workout that's more difficult, all perception, but that is difficult, we all are talking to ourselves in what? No one's just not thinking about something.
Right. I agree.
So I do want to know, for everyone listening, let us know if you have positive or negative self-talk. And then after that, if you can, tell us, like, in quotes, what the most common thing that you would say to yourself. I'm very interested in this.
I'll say something that's a little bit of a hardo move. I think the no headphones get you so much more comfortable. I'm not saying no headphones all the time, but the no headphones get you so much more comfortable with yourself and that self-talk. Like, it happens more often. But you know now, like I know when I enter into that space, it's just temporary. Like I'll get through it. The headphones, the podcast, and the music, it's good at times. But I feel like it almost like you look for a distraction, and then when you, like me specifically, if it's music, I'm looking for a distraction, and then after 5 seconds, when like I can't listen to the music, I start to get irritated.
So,
And I'm
dude,
like everything's going wrong. Like I can't focus on this. Like I start, but when I don't have any headphones in, it's just me and myself. Like I can just I've become very comfortable with myself to
Such a
where
good spot.
I can talk myself through it, and I don't have to look for distractions.
yeah. So
That makes sense.
100%.
It's kind of a hardo move.
I was gonna follow up on that because because I've been not using headphones for so long. I've gotten very comfortable, but it's to the point where if I do listen to a podcast or music, especially a podcast, I get irritated. Like I'm so uncomfortable. Even if it's an easy
I'll still
run,
throw
dude.
in a pod for an easy run, but I've told you this before. I find myself, like, say it's like 5 miles. I find myself after 2 miles taking my headphones
Taking 'em
out.
off. Yeah.
But it's a good in the beginning because you don't. I'm not saying go no headphones all the time. It just does give you a comfort with yourself.
Yeah.
To what like, all right, we're all good. Like these are. I'm not looking for distractions. I'm facing this issue head on.
Yeah,
In a way.
100%.
In a way.
All right, yeah. Put those in the comments because
I gotta hear it.
that's gonna be funny.
Yeah. Big time.
Other than that, so that was good little segue into that. What was I asked you something before we started the episode?
Well, so I was actually talking about it with a coworker today. They were talking about like weird stuff you see at the gym or like do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Now, I prefaced it with like you got to do it because I haven't been there in a while.
But
we've all seen some do's and don'ts at the gym, no?
yeah, so let's.
You also followed up with it's been a while for you too.
Yeah, because dude, it sucks. I'm only lifting once a week now. But I have plenty of experience in the gyms of do's and don'ts. I don't know. I can't say what my number. Do you have a number one right now?
A number one don't?
Yeah, pound for pound, the number one don't.
No, but you
There's
go.
only one
let me,
do.
Let
There's
me
only one do.
let me think about it.
There's only one do, and that's just don't be an asshole or just don't do the don'ts.
What are the don'ts though? Hit us with some don'ts.
So, first off, if you do not put the dumbbells back in the right spot, oh my gosh, you will completely trigger me. Dude, I'll be that guy where this happened at a Lifetime like a month or two ago. The entire rack was completely unorganized. Completely unorganized. And I think it was from one guy. So I'm literally sitting there and I try to be a little exaggerated on it to make sure that the person knows that I'm fixing what they did. But I will take everything off and put it back in the right spot. Because nothing triggers me more. It takes 2 seconds to put the weights that you are holding back in the same spot that you got it. And if it's taken, you put them in the same number, just a different part of it. Dude, the one time I was doing it, I was putting it back, and I made eye contact with this one kid, and he like looked at me and like gave me like a chuckle smile, and I was like, dude, this is my biggest pet peeve. And
oh,
he
it was
like,
him?
No. He was agreeing with me. He was like, dude, I'm so with you on that. Kid actually ended up doing training for an Ironman too.
Oh, no way.
So then we started talking and stuff. But that's my number one.
I wouldn't say my number one. I'm still thinking of my number one. I'll say what I've come full circle on. I used to be out on the filming at the gym, like the tripods. You know when people set up a tripod?
Guilty.
I used to be out on that, and I don't film myself, and I actually didn't even know you did, but I'm not out on that. I will tell you what I'm out on because I actually respect it in a way, because they're probably posting it like and trying on social media or doing whatever that they are doing, and I actually can respect that. What I will say is when they set up tripods and then like, or if you somehow mess up their shot or something, it's your problem. Like, you ever seen someone get annoyed because you end up like walking in the background of their shot? It's like, bro, we're at a public gym. Yeah. You don't own the fucking gym.
So
But I used to be out on it. I actually totally went 180, and now I'm like, I actually enjoy it. Like people doing that. But if someone squeaks by your shot, you're in a public spot.
Yeah.
You've seen people get territorial over it or no? I've seen people like make faces.
I don't know if I have.
Ugh.
But
It's brutal.
I'm definitely out on that, but I can't say I'm out on filming at all because it's what started my career.
Actually, I don't mind.
Here's what I will tell you. You said it, the respect for it, because, dude, it is the hardest thing to film in a gym because the person doing it, this isn't for everyone, but
I have my number one.
This will be, hold on real quick. This will be for most people that are filming. It's so uncomfortable to do. God.
We can't talk about it from the female point of view, but I will talk about it from the male point of view. Please put a towel on. If you are 60 years old in the locker room, there's like 18-year-old guys, 20-year-old guys. Please put a towel on.
I didn't know this was part of the gym. I so agree.
It's gym for me.
I so agree.
It's gym for me. I feel like anytime I go into a locker room, I keep my head down. Dude. I put my stuff in the locker. But all I remember is back in the YMCA. I'll never forget it. Me and Chris Andriola we would hit the Y religiously, and the Y is like the Y men's locker room. I'm sorry to get graphic, but all this to say, just put a towel on. I don't know how many 6-year-old listeners we have, but Jesus,
not
is that
many.
too much to ask?
The stats say not many.
Is that too much?
Dude. So this would be up at the top for me too. Lifetime is bad. You are guaranteed to see at least 5 people, but the problem is when you walk in.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
You have to keep your head down.
But you asked for my number one.
This is valid. Hey, we're riffing.
Yeah, we are.
You have to keep your head down. You have to keep moving. But here's the problem. It's impossible not to see, right? So that's the biggest problem of it.
Yeah.
But then here's the thing. I go to my locker. This happens way too often. And, of course, just the way timing works out, there's 500 lockers in the locker room. But the guy next to me is the one that is just taking his sweet old time.
I'm not saying you can't get changed.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's bothering me. The guy right next to me, not only is he just completely naked, but then he has the audacity while he's next to me to bend over and pick up something off the ground. Dude, I almost threw up. I grabbed all my stuff. I went out to the pool, and I didn't go back in. So now that we're bringing this into the gym, I can't agree more.
But just to clarify for the ladies, it's not getting changed in the locker room. No. This is waltzing around the locker room.
There's a guy shaving so the lockers and the sinks are across from each other. There's guys shaving, just completely standing there, butt ass naked. And you're right, they're all 60 years old or older. And here's my thing. I don't care about, because, I'm not, look, I don't care that they're, what I care about is no one wants to see that. So out of respect for other people, just make it quick.
Yeah, just
make it quick.
Yeah.
Anything else on that?
Nothing else.
You got
that's
to
my
me.
number one.
You got to me. All right, let's go back into the gym.
Okay. We're outside the locker room in the gym.
Yeah.
You got another?
I got another one. I don't mind if people are using multiple machines or sections or stations.
Oh.
But if you are using multiple and someone asks you
to work in,
or if they're using it, just say yes and sacrifice it or allow them to work in. But if you're going to use 2, only hog one of them. Right. Don't hog both of them, because then there's going to be a period of time where it's open and that person that asked can't use it. So I do multiple things at once. I superset in every single workout. So doing back-to-back work exercises. But you got to be respectful.
100%.
And, if you're doing a cable and a dumbbell, give up one of them, and then you can just, yeah.
Yes. Especially because maybe it's just the gym that I go to, and I've been to your gym, but Edge and I go to Edge and you go to Lifetime. And even when I was going to Superfit, the gyms that we go to, is it me or are they like overpopulated? All of them. Or is it just the times that I'm going? Because like when you say share the gym, like if you're doing multiple, let them work in. Like sometimes I have trouble even finding one thing to do. I think also my times, I'm going at hot times, but
that's what
the
I was
gyms
gonna
are
say.
packed. So like share the equipment.
I'm lucky because I go when they're not packed.
Oh,
so
true.
like I'll literally go at like 10 a.m. Dude, it's empty.
Yeah,
It's great.
That's great.
But if it is packed, that's a whole nother reason.
That's
not
what
to,
I was saying. Share the
not to
gym.
do it.
Yeah.
You got any other?
No,
ones?
I don't have much more. I'm sure you have way more.
I have so many.
Yeah, go again, because it's gonna spark mine. Give me one or two more.
All right.
I can't believe we went into the locker room there, but that
dude,
was
that
great.
was awesome.
That
That
was
was so
great.
funny. Another one is if you're using a machine, and this is a good tip anyway for weightlifting, but if you're using the machine, don't let it bang at the bottom of the rep. So if you're using a chest press machine and you push out and you come back in, the weights are gonna smack each other. Don't be that guy that's going bang, bang, bang. But here's my tip for that, actually. If you want to do what's called time under tension, which is basically like tempo. Remember I always tell you to go slow, like 3 second depth,
Yeah.
3 seconds down. The whole point is you're extending the amount of time that the muscle's contracting. So, but this is a good practice to have because one, you won't bang the weights, but also you can go nice and slow. You can even watch the weight right before it touches, then you go. Because then you're
Or
not
just
letting
let it sit for a second. Like it's not slamming.
Yeah, but if you don't let it sit, then your muscles stay and contract the whole time. It burns. That's another one. I just hate the banging of the weights.
Like obviously we didn't know we were gonna get into this today, but I would love to have a girl on here to give, because I'm sure they have some don'ts that we don't think of.
So I have
Because they're
one.
definitely like catcalling and chirping, but
Yes.
other than that, there's, which you can touch on. I think that's where you're headed, but
Yeah, it was.
they definitely have some don'ts that like we don't even pick up on. That I would love an opinion on.
Here's one just from experience.
Drop them in the comments.
Just yes, please.
60-40.
Just from experience with working with female clients, especially with the gym. I'm talking to the guys here. This is not for every female, but majority of them do experience this. It is hard for a girl to go weightlift number one, but weightlift in a public gym like that. Because most gyms are majority dudes. And unfortunately, a lot of the dudes in the gym are either trying to hit on a girl, not hitting on a girl, but giving creepy looks, like just being a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't. If you see a cute girl, inside the gym's not the time to talk to her. Everyone's working out.
But some people have met girls inside the gym. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not
It's very
defending.
hard.
I'm just saying.
If it's mutual. But no,
Yeah.
I say that because a lot of the girls that I work with, they were very hesitant in working in a public gym because when I was working with them, I was like, hey, like, do you think you can now progress to a full gym rather than your apartment gym? And that's when that conversation will come up. And it took them a lot of time to get comfortable with it. But it's just because that's a don't like for other guys, just try not to be the creepy weirdo looking in the mirror staring or whatever. That's what I don't.
Yeah. I haven't talked to many girls about it, so that's why I was like, that would be a cool opinion to have on here.
Yeah.
But if you want to see it from the other point of view, when I go to the gym, all the girls are just staring at me, just jacked up, lethal. I'm ripping the chest press, and sometimes they come over and they hither and we talk shop.
Let me tell you something, brother. It ain't just the girls staring. You're a handsome fella.
Oh, that was such a joke.
And when you got the pump,
Shut up.
when you got the pump and the biceps,
I said-
and the veins are coming out.
With that
I'm
garden hose running down.
I'm not working out anymore.
Yeah, all of a sudden, ants in the locker room.
I'm more comfortable looking at the guys and the girls. Oh my gosh. All right, but I do have. I got one more.
All right, go ahead.
One more don't.
We're silly this episode.
I love it. If you're sweating.
Oh,
and this,
what's
by the way,
this?
this is what I thought you were gonna
What's
get
this?
into with wearing a towel. If
Oh.
you're sweating, work out with a towel. Just because.
Interesting. Or wipe down the machine, you mean?
Yes, you could wipe down the machine, but when you wipe down the machine with sweat, you have this combination of the sweat and the alcohol from the wipe, and it stays
This
wet
is interesting.
forever.
I've never heard this one because I sweat.
Yeah, so, all right, so you know what's very interesting? When I was doing my Europe tour, I did a lift in every single country that we were in. Which, by the way, lifting is, like, very different there. But I was in Barcelona, and it was, like, the University of Barcelona's gym. Barcelona.
Yeah.
It was the university's gym, so it was very normal, just students and everything. Dude, every single one of them had a towel. I was the only one that did it. It was very, very weird.
They used to give them out at Superfit.
Yeah. But if you are a heavy sweater, I would just recommend it.
No, that's good. That's good.
Because, yes, you can wipe it down, but when you wipe down a sweaty bench, it just gets all wet.
I've never thought about that, so that's something I'll think about now.
Yeah.
Good tip. Is the gym set up differently in Europe? Like, I know you said it's a different vibe, but are they set up different?
This one wasn't, because it was like your typical, like, rec center at a university. The one I went to in London was the same. It was normal. The one I went to in Italy, dude, there is not, like, in Italy, there is not, like, gyms like that. Because they also don't really work out like us.
Right.
Because they are physically active all day. But there are some gyms, but it's very different. A lot more cardio than weights. But then also, again, not really cardio, but very small spaces too. This was in Florence too, though. So we're in a city, so obviously smaller. But yeah, it's just very different there because they just don't view working out the way we do.
Fair. Just curious.
I'm a
curious guy.
Any other don'ts?
No, I was one and done on the don'ts.
Cool. No, that was awesome. All right.
I think that's fine.
That's great.
What do you think?
That was great. So a couple things.
Let me know if you enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, please do, because I don't even know what the hell we talked about. I'm gonna have to listen back. So
me too.
Actually, I do. So, a couple things though for the comments.
Oh yeah.
First off, I want to hear your self-talk. So, tell us if you have a positive or negative self-talk, and then if you can, put it in quotes. What's the most common thing you say?
Yeah.
And then, also, if you do have more don'ts at the gym, throw them in there too.
Especially from a female perspective.
This will be cool. Let's just continue this pod in the comments. How about that?
Yeah, I would like that.
We're riffing already.
Yeah, we are.
Let's keep riffing in the comments. Last thing.
Mano Wellness.
.co. I do want to mention this with Mano Wellness because we are doing a lot of fun stuff that is very, very exciting for me. One of those is really honing in on corporate wellness. And we are essentially building two different services that we're offering. First one is a 6-series webinar. That's really cool that you can be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever it is. But it's 6 different health topics that we talk to anywhere from 100 to 500 employees at a time. It's really cool. But then we also have this really cool wellness experience, which is a 6-month or a year program that we go into your company's communication platform and we just work with everyone. There's monthly calls and all of that. So if your company is looking for a wellness initiative, or if you don't like what they're currently doing, please hit us up. I would love to see how we can get involved with your company. We're looking for anywhere from like 52 employees to 500 employees, even more if you have more. But it's just it's a really cool opportunity for me personally to reach so many people at once and just get this wellness information out there. So that was just the one thing I want to mention for
yeah, no, I appreciate you mentioning that. I would like to do we'll talk about doing something, but let's close it out.
Done. Appreciate everyone watching episode 32. Cliffhanger for 33.
Let's have a great week. Cliffhanger for 33. What to eat on rest days, or just rest days in general, maybe a little bit of cheating days. We'll get into it.
Rest days. Recover.
Yeah.
Banging. Close it out, Carson.
Let's go. Have a week.